Well, without the Warriors in the playoffs, I think there's one series that Warrior fans have their eyes on in this first round more than anything else, and it's Knicks-Hawks. And it makes sense because Jonathan Kuminga is a Hawk, as we all know, and he's been really good in games 2 and 3, a big reason why the Hawks have a 2-1 series lead over the Knicks right now. What I think is interesting is I hear a lot of this is what happens when you give Jonathan Kuminga the rope. And you allow him to play the way that he wants to play. Look, those are two different statements. One, I think what Quinn Snyder is doing, head coach of the Hawks, is he is letting Jonathan Kuminga play through some mistakes. And there is absolutely truth to Steve Kerr not doing that enough, and that probably hindered Jonathan Kuminga's growth. That is absolutely true. What is also true, though, is that Jonathan Kuminga right now is playing and is succeeding and is helping his team win playoff basketball games in really tough environments versus really good teams by doing the things that Steve Kerr always wanted him to do, and that we saw him do at times with the Warriors. It just wasn't consistent enough for Steve Kerr to put him out there. Could it have gotten more consistent if he played him more minutes consistently? Yes, absolutely. But it did not happen consistently enough here, and there's plenty of blame to go around for both sides. But what I don't want to have happen is this falsehood about the way in which he's playing. Did you know that Jonathan Kuminga's usage rate has gone down since leaving the Warriors? And it's actually gone down since going to the playoffs for the Hawks. His usage rate with the Hawks was up around 22.5 in the regular season. In the playoffs, it's down below 20. It is absolutely factually incorrect that Jonathan Kuminga is getting more opportunities. He's getting the ball in his hands more often with the Hawks. No, he's doing it defensively. What he did to close the game, both Game 2 and Game 3, but specifically Game 3 just last night on Hart to begin the final possession. On Hart switches on, on Cat, switches on to Hart, forces him to dribble up near the half-court line, then double teams Jalen Brunson with Okonwu switched on to him, forces the throwaway and races back to get the steal to win the game. It's those kinds of plays. It's the hustle plays. It's getting out in fast break. It's limiting the three-point attempts. It's not throwing it to him in the post for an ISO post-up. Those are the things that Steve Kerr always wanted him to do, and it's what he's doing well in Atlanta. Look, after the years of frustration, it was never going to work here anymore. This idea that he is thriving in a role that the Warriors wouldn't let him play, I think is foolish. This is exactly the way Steve Kerr wanted him to play, but it feels like maybe there was some in ownership that wanted more, and those conflicting issues kind of caused the Kuminga era to go so poorly.